Hello, friends.
Hi, we're glad you could join us once again.
Yes, we always enjoy seeing you every
Yes,
week.
we do. And this happens to be Leap Day.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, it's the last day of February. So every 4 years we get an extra day in there. and it feels like spring.
It does. Oh, my goodness.
The whole week
the whole week has been up
except for
and
a
down,
day.
but yeah, it's been crazy warm.
It has been crazy warm, except for one day when, Mother Nature gave us a dose of reality.
Right.
Since this is February after all.
Right.
But we're going into March right away. And my Forsythia is in full bloom. I have 5 Forsythia bushes.
Unbelievable.
They're big bushes, and I love the yellow right away in the springtime. It's the first color we kind of see. And this bush is right outside my kitchen windows. I stand at the kitchen sink. I can see this huge bush right at the side, and it's kind of protected on the east side. But it is in full bloom, and it has been for several days. I looked in my journal. It's 2 weeks early.
Yeah, for sure. This is really early for Forsythia, it seems like. In February.
For everything.
Yeah.
It is for everything. But the groundhog did say that we would have an early spring. Oh. And this may be one time we're going to believe him. It has been the warmest February on record in 125 years since they've been keeping records. Amazing.
It is amazing.
It is amazing.
A little scary.
It kind of is. But ready for spring. This has really teased us into it. And we are ready for spring in many ways to get out there and get everything cleaned up in it. So
yeah, we try and wait until temperatures are consistently in the 50s or above because of the insect eggs and such that have been laid in the garden debris. What we consider debris is their breeding grounds or hatching grounds, and those are for beneficial insects a lot of times. And so we want to make sure that they have a chance to come out and get established before we get rid of that garden debris. So if we decide to clean up a little bit, we do certain areas before it gets to that point, then we put those the garden scraps or debris over to the side or off on, kind of out of sight, but still on the property so that they are still able to host the insects that they need to be hosting.
That's true. And if you've been outside, you probably have noticed your allergies bothering you. The red cedar pollen is flying in the air right now, and it is one that truly affects a lot of people here. And so be drinking your cold nettle tea. It's good for allergies.
Yes, it's natural antihistamine, and we've been making it because we've been suffering with allergies too with that.
Yes.
We call it the red cedar, but it's the Juniperus virginiana tree, and oh my goodness. It's the only thing that really gets me seasonally, but man, it does it about late February usually.
And this is it.
Yep.
So yeah.
And speaking of nettles, there is also, I think we mentioned last week, there's a lovely film called The Nettle Dress, and I'll post the trailer below. It's a film that's in English, but it's from the UK, and so you can't always stream it here. But they're going to offer the ability to stream it in early March, I believe it is. I'll put all the details down in the comments below. So if you get a chance to watch that, maybe gather some friends together and watch that, that would be really nice to see. It's a beautiful, lovely film.
Heartwarming. And you're wearing your pretty earrings today.
Yes. We carry these in the shop, the lovely Luna moth, and we also have them in monarch butterfly earrings. And yes, come spring, I like to get springy, and this just seemed like the perfect thing to wear today. So yeah, we do have them, and they're very inexpensive. They're made of acrylic, and they're just very lightweight and such sweet earrings.
The light shines through them.
Yeah,
very
nice.
And speaking of that, we are open this weekend.
We are always the first 3 Fridays and Saturdays. So yeah, come visit us this weekend or next weekend or the weekend after.
And we hope you'll tell your friends about our shop as well as our little tea time chat.
Oh, please.
We truly would appreciate that.
Yeah, we do. We appreciate any time too. If you can like, comment, or share would be great. But at least click the like button. That helps not only our algorithm, but your algorithm, so you keep seeing our posts as well. And since Mom mentioned Forsythia, I want to also mention that Forsythia blooms are actually edible. And so if you have a Forsythia blooming in your area, you can gather some of those blooms, and they make a lovely, cheery addition to any kind of salad or something like that. Not something you want to eat a whole bunch of, and that's the only part of the Forsythia that's edible, but the blossoms are beautiful and one of our early spring treats. And in Chinese medicine, forsythia actually comes from China. It originates in China. And in China, the forsythia bushes they're not as many yellow flowers as we see on the ones that are usually used in landscaping here. Those are hybrids. And in China, they also produce fruits. And the fruits of the forsythia are what are used as medicine in China. So, but here we can just enjoy the blossoms, and we can put a few of them on our salads. It's a really nice way to use them, or even on cupcakes or cookies or something like that too. They're very pretty.
Sweet addition.
Yes.
Yes.
That cheerful yellow.
That's right. When our sewing circle met, we always, of course, share lots of ideas. And I have an idea that I thought I might pass along to you that was shared, and that is something that maybe your children would love to do, or grandchildren. It's something you could maybe do with them, and that is to construct an envelope. Now, we don't use that many envelopes as far as mailing because a lot of us just text each other. But if you were going to use it as to put a little gift in, or a card for mother on Mother's Day, whatever, take the sheets of them out of a magazine. This is glossy magazine, and make an envelope out of it. This is the envelope. Isn't that sweet?
That is sweet.
This is the way it looks on the inside. It's printing in such an inside. And if you don't know how to construct one, then take an old envelope that you have at home, and what you'll do is just deconstruct this old envelope. So take it apart completely. And this is your pattern. And then you can make an envelope from it.
Nice.
Very simple to do. And such a sweet little thing. And that's called recycling also.
That's for sure. Great way to recycle.
And I love to recycle.
Repurpose.
Yes. And since we're at the end of winter, really going into spring, I love being at home, and I love to be keeping busy. I always have more projects than I know what to do with. One of the things I was thinking about the other day was when I read this, I thought, well, that is so true. And that if you could be a bird, what kind of bird would you be? Share that with me.
Yeah.
Just for the fun of it. Because, there's so many birds, and I love birds, looking out at the birds and such. But since I do, love to be home and all this kind of thing, I read this little quote in the March chapter, and which is time to read.
Yeah.
The March chapter. This is by Gladys Tabor, and she says, I suppose I am a sparrow, a stay-at-home bird.
Aw.
Yes.
I like that.
I like that too. And so with that, we will plan to see you next week.
Good earth blessings to you.